Soto is an excellent, excellent option, and I'm going to talk about him more in a moment. But for me, Gleyber Torres, just like Ohtani, is going to get the most at-bats at the top of the Yankees lineup. He could score a ton of runs. If the Yankees' bottom of the order, which is going to be a key, gets on base for him, he can drive in a ton of runs. So Jonathan Papelbon on the links, joining us right now on FT. Pap, good to see you. Cheers to you, man. How you doing?
What's up, my homie? Scotty, Kratzy, Killer Cam, what's happening? I'm ready for
You
this
What's
know
World
up,
it,
dude?
Series,
baby.
baby.
I am too, and this is
I'm
great
on
to
this
have you
5G
live
on the
during.
golf course. You got to.
I like it. I like it. We like having you live for this, Pap, because AJ's also going to chime in with his predictions, but he's sending his in. He's back with us on Monday, so he's sending his in. So usually you send yours in, your picks, and then AJ gets to rip you, agree with you, disagree with you. Now you get to live react and have the last word. So we're going to start out big, right? That's what we do. We don't keep you waiting. The World Series prediction from each of us, but we will start with AJ Presenti.
All right, here we go. FT, World Series predictions. Mine, Dodgers in 7. Why? I just think it's their year. I think the Dodgers have everything lined up. I think their pitching is better than people think. I think with Yamamoto and with Jack Flaherty, if he pitches well in Game 1, and their bullpen is rock solid, we know that. And I think their offense is just better than the Yankees 1 through 9. So I think the Dodgers win in 7. I think it's a great series, and I think everybody gets what they want, except for those Yankee fans.
There you go. Like it. All right, Pap, your response and your prediction?
Wow, I'm surprised. That's a pretty good pick by AJ. Although I think he's full of you know what when he thinks he can hit Kopech. But anyway, that's on Twitter. But I also agree with AJ. Dodgers in 7. The only thing that scares me. This is the only thing that scares me. The Yankees, and I've watched them all year long, they hit right-handed pitching really, really good. The Dodgers, they got mainly right-handers coming out of that bullpen. They don't have that lefty that can come in and shut down Juan Soto, in my opinion. So that scares me a little bit. But the reason why I'm going with the Dodgers is because they just simply got more star power. And when you got more star power, you win in the World Series. You got Ohtani, you got Betts, you got Freeman. I mean, look, this game and this series is all about star power. And we got a World Series that's got nothing but star power. So I'm going with the team that's got the most stars. Period.
Kratz, you're up. You're following. Let's go.
I mean, I'm letting every. It's like after somebody hits a home run in the playoffs, you just let the crowd react. I'm waiting for people to just continue to eviscerate another closer that's had a terrible, terrible postseason in Jonathan Papelbon. Every closer from Hoffman to Williams to Edwin Diaz struggled, to Pap struggled with their picks. So I'm glad I'm going Yankees in 6 because of exactly what Pap just said. They just don't have enough to shut down Juan Soto, and I think they're going to stretch the guys to shut down Juan Soto too far throughout that lineup. And guys like Judge, guys like Stanton are going to end up hurting them because they're afraid, wow, you know, what if we use Vesia too much here or with too quickly and we can't get through the lineup. So Yankees in 6.
Cam, you're
I
up.
like it, EK. I like it, EK. You know, Pap is my guy. Pap's been watching the Yankees all year, but I've been watching Pap all year. And he was on the heater early, but he's been kind of down here lately, man. So I'm going to go the opposite of Pap. I ain't going to lie. I've been watching you, Pap. You my guy, but listen, you've been struggling here lately. I'm going Yankees in 7, and I'm going Yankees in 7 for the opposite reason. You know, we talked to Tim Kirkson the other day as well. He agreed with Pap. He thought that the Dodgers had the better lineup. Well, I actually think the Yankees have the better lineup. I know a lot of people, got caught up not realizing that the Yankees had to face some pretty good pitching, right? I think the Dodgers actually had an easier route as far as who they had to face to get to the World Series. Well, when I look at Gleyber Torres, what he's did at the top of that lineup, Juan Soto, we know what he is this time of the year. Aaron Judge, the supporting cast has kept him afloat. I think it's time for him to get going. And I look up and down that lineup. You got Rizzo in the middle towards the bottom. And you talk about the starting pitching. I'm giving it to the Yankees. I think the Yankees outlast them. And on top of what Pap said, the Yankees have been demolishing right-handed pitching this year. And I really like them against Flaherty. I like them against Buehler. I don't think they have the stuff to get through the Yankees lineup.
Yeah, and I'll finish. I'm going to go Yankees in 6. And if you're a bettor, that's at plus 550 on BetMGM. Yankees to win the World Series is plus 110. So they're underdogs. They're plus money. But I think they're going to take this. I think the star power in the lineup matches what the Dodgers bring to the table. I think we're pretty equal there. Yes, with Judge, with Soto, and Giancarlo. I know Pap doesn't love him in the regular season, but Giancarlo's a different beast right now. I'm sorry. I mean, he is locked in, and I don't think a few days changes things. And that's my secondary portion here. Gleyber Torres getting on base the way he does, and has some pop in the bat. I wouldn't be surprised if he
has reached base every time as well. Nobody's talking about
knows his
Volpe.
job
He's
right
reached base
now.
safely every game in the playoffs. That lineup, I think, is a little bit deeper, Pat. Come on, bub.
Yep. And the rotation, too, for me. I mean, I've got a pretty 3 and 4.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell y'all something, okay? Boys want attention, men want respect, and legends don't give a damn. Okay? You dealing with future legends with the Dodgers, and if they can pitch around, do not pitch with Soto on if a man is on second base, do not pitch to Soto, please. That's all I got to say.
Okay. Aaron Judge, also a legend in my mind as we look at the World Series winner predictions here right now. And I do really like what the Yankees have. I think their bullpen is being underrated now at this point when we've looked at the series. I love the Dodgers bullpen, but I think the Yankees have a pretty solid group, and I just think they're going to be less taxed when we get to the end of a series. If you think it's going to be a long-ish series, which I could see, I do have the Yankees in 6. I could see them having the 3-2 advantage heading back to LA and taking a game. If they head back to LA, like I have a harder time seeing the Yankees win both games 6 and 7 in Los Angeles, but if they only need one and they've got that game 6, I could see them taking it right there. So let's move to the World Series MVP picks, and Pierzynski's up first.
Who do I think is my MVP in the World Series this year? I'm going to go with my ex-teammate, Mookie Betts. Why? He can hit for power, he plays defense, and he's going to steal bases. So I think that's a huge deal for the Dodgers. He hits behind Shohei, so Shohei's going to be on base. And then he has my other ex-teammate, Freddie Freeman, there to drive him in. So I feel like Mookie Betts is going to be in a great position to be the MVP of the World Series.
Okay. What do you think? Your reaction and your pick?
I went back and forth between Mookie and Ohtani, okay? But the only reason why I went with Ohtani is because if Ohtani does anything, if he hits a few home runs, he just does what Ohtani is supposed to do and what he's been doing, you got to give it to him. You got 20 million people in Japan watching it. The land of the rising sun. You got to give it to the boy who does anything like Ohtani's normally doing.
Okay, Cam?
I'm gonna go with Juan Soto. At 19 years old, we talk about a guy 9 hits, 3 home runs, 7 steaks as a 19-year-old. He's even better now, and he's continued to show that he relishes the big moment right now, the biggest stage of his career, going into this offseason. I know he's not worried about that right now, but Juan Soto is about to put on the show, and he's gonna put the boys on his back. So get the ice ready.
Juan Soto. Juan Soto's the guy. There's too much behind him. They're always afraid. They're perpetually afraid of Aaron Judge. And you can't throw to Giancarlo Stanton in Dodger Stadium. So that's guaranteed for you can't pitch to G in Dodger Stadium. Sorry. So they're going to have to throw something to Juan. He's never not up to the task.
People that know me know that I'm a betting man, and I need more value in my World Series pick, my World Series MVP pick, to be precise. So I think Soto is an excellent, excellent option. and I'm going to talk about him more in a moment. But for me, Gleyber Torres, just like Ohtani, is going to get the most at-bats at the top of the Yankees lineup. He could score a ton of runs. If the Yankees' bottom of the order, which is going to be a key, gets on base for him, he can drive in a ton of runs. He's got some pop. He's playing second base. If he does a nice job there, I think he could be a World Series MVP, and he is at plus 4,000, 40-1 odds for Gleyber Torres to win World Series MVP. To me, that's good value. Soto's at plus 550, so you're essentially at 5.5-1 odds. So I'm going to go with Gleyber Day. See if it's Gleyber Day. If the Yanks win a World Series, I think it's because Gleyber Day keeps getting on and scoring runs for them. Look at Pap. He's like, nah.
Hey, man. What? Man, I know what you smoking, man.
Your connection got a little shoddy there, but I do know what you were saying. I don't know, Pap, if you watched Gleyber Torres in the regular season, but this is not the same guy. This is a guy that I think eventually let the numbers build up, and he's hitting his free agent year, and he's young, and he's in New York, and he looks around and goes, okay, screw all that. I have a new calendar. It's a playoff calendar, and he looks like a different guy. And his stock is soaring right now, and I think it'll continue. So Pap will come back in a sec. Here's our World Series MVP predictions as we go down the line here. Pap's got Ohtani. AJ's got bets. Of course, you're going to pick your World Series MVP with the team that you think is going to win. So got a couple Sotos in here, and I'm going a little farther down the board. Hey, did anyone have Tommy Edman taking NLCS MVP? You know, that stuff pops up pretty frequently. Did anyone have Jorge Soler back with the Braves in 2021? What's up?
I did.
You did.
I want to say something real quick. My son, well, I should say this actually. He took a bet for me, or I put a bet in for him. He took Tommy Edman.
No way. Your son said, hey, out of
Yeah.
all people, Tommy Edman's going to be the star of the NLCS?
Yeah, he been hanging out with you too much.
Well, whatever. Hey, you put the bet down. That's good money right there. That's good value. So I'll take it. All right. So then I got one more for you. And this one's been highly debated over the past few weeks, the X factor. And we're going to set this up with the definition on the screen this time so people understand it, because I don't think I understood the definition to its nth degree. So let's check it out. The X factor. A variable in a given situation that could have the most significant impact on the outcome. That is the X factor. So I think some people, including myself in the past, have looked at this definition and thought, here's a guy that you don't really expect, or an underrated person in this series that is going to emerge. But if we're going purely off definition, Kratz, and you've been our Mr. Webster in this case, it's really just the guy you think is going to make the biggest impact, period, in the series.
Or thing. Guy or thing. And it's going to be Judge. Judge makes the biggest impact on the series.
Okay. Well, let's go to Pierzynski for his thing or player.
My X factor for the World Series is stolen bases against the Yankees. The Dodgers will run. They'll run with everybody. They'll run with Mookie. They'll run with Shohei. Even Freddie Freeman on a bad ankle stealing bases. The Yankees aren't great at throwing out runners. They don't hold runners very well. I feel like the X factor is, can the Dodgers steal enough bases? Let's say Shohei steals the base. Mookie will drive him in. Mookie steals the base. Freddie will drive him in. Freddie steals the base. Teoscar can drive him in. Teoscar steals the base. Muncy can drive him in, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It goes down the line. So can the Yankees slow down the Dodgers, who stole a lot of bases during the regular season, especially the top of their order? And can the Yankees catchers hold them down and try to eliminate that threat? That's my X factor for this World Series.
Okay, AJ. I like that. He's going with a thing. Pap, are you choosing a player or a thing for your X factor?
Well, for me, I'm choosing a thing, and that thing is definitely the bullpen. I mean, look, I've been down this road before, and I've seen it happen. It's going to come down to the bullpen. There's no question about it. And if the Yankees can continue to hit right-handed, I alluded to this earlier, if they continue to hit right-handed pitching like they have, the Dodgers are going to have to go out and pitch the best they ever have to beat them. But I don't think that's going to happen. So my X factor is the bullpen. Which bullpen can come in, lead the most guys on base, will win this World Series.
Go for it,
Cam?
Well, listen, it's a person for me, right? And this guy has not been the guy that we've seen dominate lineups through the past. He's been a little bit gun shy, if you ask me, of attacking the strike zone. And it's Garrett Cole. Game 1 is huge in Dodger Stadium. If the Yankees do want to win the World Series, for me, Garrett Cole has to set the tone, right? You got Jack Flaherty versus Garrett Cole. We all know the storyline. Jack Flaherty could have been a Yankee. Well, here's his chance to go ahead and shove it up the Yankees. You know what? Well, Garrett Cole, he has been, to me, nibbling way too much. He has been shying away from contact way too much. I need to see Garrett Cole establish his fastball early and often, up in the zone, get that heater going, and be in attack mode. If you get beat, Garrett Cole, make sure you're getting beat in the zone. None of that pitching soft, I guess, so to speak. I need to see that bulldog mentality. If you beat me in the zone. So Garrett Cole setting the tone game 1, I think is huge, and I think our guy Derek Lewandowski dropped it. Teams that win game 1, 75% of the time go on to win the series. So it's huge.
Real quick, I totally agree with you, Cam, on that for sure. If the Yankees do not have Garrett Cole as their Garrett Cole, their ace, as a Schilling, a Cliff Lee that came in, man, look, they're done.
Going Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge has not been what he has been during the regular season yet. So I'm doubling down on what Charlie Manuel always said. Water levels out. And water's going to level out in this series because your lasting memory right now as a Dodger when you're making a scouting report is, oh boy, Giancarlo Stanton hit a ball out of Dodger Stadium. He has like a 460 batting average in Dodger Stadium. Juan Soto took Gaddis deep in Cleveland. You know, he had the huge home run, 3-run homer to put them ahead. That is what's in their mind. And they're like, well, I think we can match up guys who are going to get Judge out, and it's going to be huge because they're either going to be too nibbly with him and he'll take his walks, which will create more runs, more RBIs for G, or they'll be like, well, he's the guy that has to beat us, and that has not worked out well in his short 8-year career.
We're looking for most significant impact on the outcome. I could just roll back my series MVP, but I do think the consistency of Juan Soto, and he's the guy that you're going to circle at the moment because of what he brings not only in October, but really for his entire career, is that you're going to get a quality at bat. He's going to be a pain in the ass to deal with at all times. There's not really a hole to deal with, or definitely way fewer to attack than most players. So I think Juan Soto's who you circle. Obviously, he can bring the pop. He can get knocks when needed. He can get on base when needed. I think he's the guy that is going to impact the way that the Dodgers handle the rest of the lineup. So there's your picks. There's your X factors for the series.
I love a great deal, but I'm not going to run sprints in the outfield just to save a few bucks. It has to be easy. No hoops, no BS. With Mint Mobile, it really is that easy to get wireless for $15 a month with the purchase of a 3-month plan. Purchase and activation is super easy too.
To get started, go to mintmobile.com/territory. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number.
To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/territory. That's mintmobile.com/territory. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/territory.
$45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on their first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
Hey everybody, be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.